Thank you for coming. Live from Arkadelphia, Arkansas, it's the Tonight Show at Ouachita. Featuring your guest tonight, Joel Rozier. Dr. Margarita Pintado. Spoken word guest, Jared Carlin. Featuring our own Stephen Curry and the OBU Safety Band. I'm Colson Lechner, and here is your host for the evening, David Winkler. That's right.
Man, wow. This is our best, we haven't had this many people ever.
We haven't.
So.
David, you look great in the light, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. This is my good side. This is my sunburned side, and this is my other sunburned side.
That's what tracks will do to you.
That's what it'll do to you. So, welcome to the Tonight Show. All right, this is our third show. It's our last one of the year. I know. Maybe we'll have a surprise one next week. Probably not.
Probably not.
So, like you said, I'm David Winkler, and this is Colson Lechner. Yeah. So, I'm your host, and he's my sidekick for tonight.
Co-host.
Co-host. Okay.
Thank you.
Whoa, we agreed on sidekick.
Yeah.
So, we have a great show tonight. This might be our best one yet, Colson.
I hope so.
I think, yeah. We have Joel Rozier, who's pretty awesome. Yeah.
It's true.
We have Dr. Margarita Pintado.
Yeah, she's great.
Here.
I got an A in her Spanish class.
So did I.
She's a great teacher.
That's good. And then we have Jared Carlin. So you all know him.
Oh, yeah. We know Jared Carlin from Refuge.
So how about you just want to get started?
I want to jump right into it.
Yeah? Okay. Well, something that we've noticed is that it's on the campus, there's the lack of attention to detail. And so people just forget the things that are like right in front of their face all the time. Like that locked door in the calf. It just got fixed the other day.
How can a door be broken?
I know, right? And then
I
it was
don't understand.
locked. Yeah. So it's been locked for like the past week and a half. Got fixed yesterday. Luckily, we went in a few days before and we filmed people trying to go through the locked door. So our first segment of the night is, it's titled pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
People trying to go through locked doors.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Please enjoy.
Okay, here we go. Joe Jeffers. That's right. In 20 minutes, that's how many people tried to go into that door.
It was pretty hilarious. So, moving right along, you know, Colson, something I really like to do is look at old college yearbooks.
I love doing that.
Yeah, it's really fun to see how people change and to see what stuff was like back in the old days here at Ouachita.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to call this OBU Who's Who, the 1969 edition.
Right. Now, before we begin, we would like y'all to know that everybody we're about to show you actually went to Ouachita Baptist University.
Or they taught here.
Right. Or they taught here. That's right. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's get started. Owen Mosley. Time-traveling Jared Carlin.
He's here on the show tonight. All right. Annette Hobgood. Most like to be cast as a fly.
Larry Heslip. Hulk smash.
Look at that forehead. Bill Visor. Look at that. And believe it or not, he was actually known as Budweiser when he was here. Truth. He tells people that.
Brenda Edge. Most likely to be on edge. It's pretty good.
Karen Chesner. She was voted most likely to be hiding something.
We have Donna Williams, most likely to never blink.
Ray Ellen McKilvin. She is the Outstanding Home Economics Student. That was her actual award. Doesn't she look thrilled?
We'll show you afterwards if you don't believe us. All right, this is Mary Jo Kirkland. She was in the Washingtonian Beauty contest, and she must ask you a question.
I don't know if you can see it.
Ooh.
All right. Byron Dale Westfall III. He was a freshman here at Ouachita during this year.
And Dr. Bob Riley, who's voted most likely to be a Bond villain.
And that's OBU.
That's OBU Who's Who. Well, Colson, we just had one of my favorite events on campus this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Tiger Tracks.
Yeah, Tiger Tracks.
Awesome.
It was so cool. You know, all the games and stuff that we played, you know, had a team win. I think Garrett West won his second Tiger Tracks in a row.
Right. That's
pretty impressive. There he is. Everybody look at him.
So.
He loves attention.
Right.
So, you know, Nick Burt is an OSF, and he created a highlight video from the weekend, and we thought we'd premiere it tonight on the Tonight Show at Ouachita. So here it is, if y'all would like to see it.
Tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now. The
That's right. That's impressive.
It's really cool. If you haven't gotten to be a part of Tiger Tracks before, definitely do it next year. It's a lot of fun. And, it helps raise money for student scholarships. So there's my plug for OSF. Yeah. So, like we said, we have a great show tonight. We have the OBU Safety Band is here. All right. We've got Stephen Curry on the keys. Yeah. We've got Brent Nessler on the saxophone. Drew Irvin on the drums. And Justin Massey on the bass. So they are so cool. They're awesome. They've been so helpful this semester, and they've been so supportive of the show, and they just love getting to come out and do this. And I think I can speak for them when I say that. Maybe they don't enjoy it every night.
They keep coming back.
They're okay. So so we're happy to have them. The semester is, coming to an end.
Right.
We're getting close. Yeah. Oh, don't awe that. You're not
You
sad
go
that
home.
no. Okay. So I like to catch up on things.
Me too.
Nearing the end of the semester.
Right.
A lot of things like thank you notes.
Right.
I like to catch up on that. So would y'all mind
love to.
if we wrote a few thank you notes tonight? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Steven, can I get some thank you note music? Wow. That is so great. That's good. I think that'll work. So, let's start out with our first thank you note. Right, second, sorry, technical difficulties. Thank you notes. Our first thank you note. Thank you, Beverly Dickerson, for single-handedly keeping the caps lock key on keyboards.
It's funny because it's true.
It's very true. Thank you, Dr. Clucks, all student emails, for really helping me suppress my hypochondria. Thank you, Little Museum in McClellan, for, well, who knows what. Thank you, secret bathrooms on the first floors, for always being everyone's secret bathroom.
It's true.
Yeah. Thank you, tiger statue, for not really looking like a tiger.
We still love it though.
Yes. It was carved by students, not art students. Thank you, Dr. Jax, for serving third world coffee at first world prices. That's our edgiest one. Thank you, OBU Bookstore, for This is the last one, folks. The last thank you note for the whole year. Okay. All right. Here it is. Thank you, Academic Awards Banquet, for the invite that I'm sure just got lost in the mail. So that's thank you notes. There it is. Yeah. So you want to move closer, Colson? You can.
Well, I don't want to get in front of the.
Oh, that's
thing.
right. Okay.
I know it's like a big space in between us. Hey, David.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like walking across the bridge and starting a conversation with somebody.
Right.
And,
It's always awkward.
yeah.
You should have
okay.
written a thank you note about that.
Yeah, we should have.
It's okay.
Next year. You'll have to wait till like next April. Okay. So, like I said, finals week is closely approaching. It's next week. And we thought we'd do something pretty cool, a pros and cons of finals week. So here it is, pros and cons of finals week. All right.
Let's start out.
Yeah, let's start off. So our first pro of finals week is Sonic Happy Hour.
You can go whenever you want.
Yeah.
You can go,
The
no
con
cons.
is it takes all of happy hour to drive to Gurdon. Yeah. You know,
It does.
if you're willing.
Yeah.
Our next one here. Oh, pro, you got engaged. A con, so did everyone else. A pro is it's a week full of cramming, restlessness, Adderall, and procrastination. Con is otherwise it's a week full of crap. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you get it now? Yeah. Took somebody a while. So here's a pro. Finally finishing up a class. The con is you failed it and have to take it again next semester.
At least it's done.
Yeah, it's done for now. You know what's coming next semester.
Exactly.
It's pretty good. A pro is midnight breakfast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The con is it's the only recognizable meal all week. Yeah. So a pro is you have a lot of free time on your hands, and a con is you should have saved those seasons for House of Cards for this week instead of last. Nobody watches House of Cards. Okay,
That's
bad
okay.
joke.
All right, next one.
Insert Netflix series here.
Right.
Okay. A pro is you got a great study group of friends. The con is you have none of the same classes.
That is true.
Yes, that is
I
true.
feel like
But none may be more true than this last one.
Okay.
You just finished your last final at 2 o'clock. You must be completely moved out by 2:30. So that is pros and cons.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll move on to our guest segments here tonight. Our first guest tonight is a senior vocal performance major from Illinois. You may recognize him from the many operas and musicals that he starred in on campus, including his role Adolfo in The Drowsy Chaperone. Yeah, my personal favorite. Please welcome Joel Rozier.
Hey, Joel, check out the face out there in the crowd.
Oh my gosh.
They brought your face.
It's like we're at a basketball game. You're famous, Joel.
Yes.
What I can.
Well, Joel, we're glad to have you. I was so glad when you said you'd love to be on the show when we emailed you a few weeks ago, and you were like actually excited about it. Which,
I was.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
I have to live up to John David Whitmore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to tell that story? How you like?
I am. That's how I found out about the show. I came to visit John David Whitmore, and he was practicing his rap, and it was like, that sounds really good. Hopefully something good will be in the show, you know.
Yeah. No. And it was
was
John
good.
David. That was it.
That was all.
So, well, I saw that you're from Illinois, which I don't think we have a whole. Is anybody from Illinois in the audience?
Okay.
See, so we don't have many students. Tell us about how you found Ouachita.
Well, maybe you know Rachel Schrader, Nate Schrader, anybody?
Yeah.
Rachel Schrader, yep. They are my cousins.
Oh wow.
True story. They are from Illinois, actually.
Okay.
But not originally, sort of. But anyway, that's kind of how I got here. I know them. My uncle was like, hey, they have a good voice performance program. You should come. And I didn't really want to go to the South. And I was like, okay, I'll come and give it a look.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing against y'all. I love y'all. But I didn't used to love y'all. It's
Yeah.
the word. And like, it's like, and I came down here and I saw the opera and like everybody was great, and that's kind of the story. Also, my mom went here and then she left because we didn't have Higginbotham, and she wanted to do marketing, and
Oh.
like,
Oh, God.
that wasn't a
Yeah.
thing back in the '80s.
That's true. Yes.
So But
Well,
so I've
marketing
got
was
a
a
lot
thing,
of legacy.
but
Marketing was a thing, just
Yeah.
not in Ouachita.
yeah,
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you just had your senior recital last
I did.
night.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some people who went to it. Sounds like it went pretty well.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing to like work on this semester? That's later. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, favorite thing to work on all semester. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to be drunk in my recital. That
Oh.
was fun. Drunk in French.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Really
the
drunk?
dream.
experience. I wasn't actually drunk.
Okay.
I was not actually drunk. I got to pretend to be drunk. It seems like every year actually, like every opera since my sophomore year, I have pretended to be drunk at some point. I've never been drunk. I haven't been around a lot of drunk people, but apparently I'm pretty good at being drunk.
Hey, that's good. At least you're not a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You
That's
know?
right.
Get you in trouble.
Yeah. That was one of the fun things. I couldn't really pick a favorite. I'm
Yeah.
not a very favorite-y guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. So you're in a lot of the musicals and stuff on campus, and in the operas, like you said. So you're on stage a lot.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about any like funny backstage slip-ups or on-stage slip-ups that you have from the past?
Oh gosh, I think most of the slip-ups I've probably blocked out.
Yeah.
I can tell you, at some point backstage, I was wearing more or less an actual slip, which is to say, you talked about I was Adolfo. That costume that I wore was made of a dress.
Oh.
And when I first tried it on, it was still a dress. Somewhere out there, there's a picture of me in said dress. I have never personally seen it, but I saw it taken.
Well, if you'll look to the screen right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Kidding.
We don't have. Yeah. No, we don't have your picture.
Yeah.
We do have your like actual picture though. It's a nice picture from your recital.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no dress though.
We'll find the dress
Not
next
the dress.
show. Well, he's gone, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
But he loves to sing.
He does. He
We
does
should-
love to
should
sing.
we get him?
I'd love to
We
sing.
should have him sing something, right?
Right? We should have
Yeah.
him sing something.
Okay. Well, we like to call this music in the mundane, and what we're gonna have him do. He has not practiced this. This is not rehearsed. Now,
At all.
me saying that makes you not believe me. I know, but he hasn't. He swears he has not practiced this.
Promise.
Yes. He's never heard the music. No, none of this. So it's called Music in the Mundane. We're actually gonna have him. We're gonna have him sing a Chinese food menu that we got offline. So,
We'll see how it goes.
if you'd like to go ahead, Steven,
how this goes.
y'all have something ready?
Mushroom, shelled shrimp, boiled bean curd. Slippery meat in King's vegetables in pillar. Cucumber flavor soup immerses meatball. Benumbed hot wang fries, belly silk. Szechuan fragrant celery type fries cow silk. Color hot pepper fries, the chicken. Sparrow nest, loose, kind ate treasure, D. Clear dry meat, jadeite, melon, cow, Yunnan. Gold mushroom, shredded meat, picks, vegetables. This is real. Fresh bulb, lily celery, west fruit in eyes. West celery fries, the tripe. Domestic life beef immerses cabbage. West the flour fries the rib of meat. Fragrant spring onion sauce explodes cow sun. Hot fragrant spring onion return meat.
Wow. Wow. Joel Rozier, everybody.
Man, wow. That was so cool. Well, Joel, yeah, if you want to stay on, that'd be great. We're going to have our next guest out. So she is originally from Puerto Rico, and she's now a professor here at Ouachita. She is an avid poetry writer and has an enthusiasm for ping pong. Please welcome Dr. Margarita Pintado.
Hola.
Bien, gracias. Who said ¿cómo estás?
Eu.
Good job. You were my student, right? Good.
Sí. Sí. Sí.
C. Yes.
You were my student too.
Sí.
I'm glad you learned that word.
Sí.
It's
Me
an important
gusta.
word. Okay.
Gracias.
De nada.
Sí.
We can do this the whole time. We can just speak Spanish and see what.
It's not that funny after a while, though.
Well, Dr. Pintado, it's great to have you on the show. I
Thank
was so
you.
glad when you wanted to be on the show. So you're from Puerto Rico, and I know that Ouachita is a lot like Puerto Rico. And so, can you kind of tell us how you got led here and why you came to Ouachita to teach Spanish?
I guess I was trying to run away from my family.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. But everybody got a little concerned. No, I mean, because Latin's family can be a little insane, just overwhelming and getting in your business. So, but no, that's not why. I went to Emory, to the grad school at Emory University in Atlanta. So I moved from Puerto Rico to Emory. And then I ended up here. How? God. I mean, I don't know. I like being in Arkadelphia. It's not at all like Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But Atlanta is not either. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, it's fair trade. So I heard that you like to write poetry, and that's really cool. Can you kind of talk about like your inspiration for writing poetry? And I understand you brought a book tonight.
I brought a
of your
book
poetry.
just to show it, just to prove
Yeah.
I am a published poet.
That's
She is published.
there it is.
It has a picture of me if you don't believe me. This is me.
There it is.
We believed you, but that removed all doubt.
It helps. It helps.
Yes.
Inspiration, man. I hit my head against the wall and then a poem comes out. No. I don't think it's so much that I like to write poetry. It's just that I write poetry. So it's more like a need I have, a
Yeah.
necessity. I get inspiration, I guess, from nature a lot. So Arkadelphia, it's a good place to,
Yeah.
if you want to devote yourself to that. And from reading other poets, reading books.
Yeah.
That's really from where I get most of my inspiration. I always tell this to my students who are I'm teaching the creative writing class this year. Well, it was the last one today. But I always tell them to be attentive, to pay attention to their surroundings, because we get so busy and so distracted so easily. We forget to just see things. And that's important if you want to be a writer or if you're interested in writing, to
Yeah.
pay attention to details and how people feel or how they react. I think writing or any artistic expression, it's kind of, sometimes you turn things that are bad or things that you don't understand, you can just turn them into something beautiful. And it's like
Yeah.
people don't have to understand what you're doing, but maybe you communicate something anyway. So
That's really
That's great.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
I know
you.
you brought your book up here with you of poetry, and we actually decided to. We'd like you to read your poetry for us, and I've taken the liberty to Google Translate each line for us. So she's going to read a line, and then I'm going to, translate that line.
Please, students, don't do this. Spanish students, don't do Google Translate.
Yes, I think
It doesn't work, and I can tell.
it's pretty accurate. I don't know.
This is surprisingly accurate.
Okay.
It's
I
great.
don't know.
Okay. By the way, I'm reading a poem that it's not part of the book. Why did I do that? I don't know. Because I'm kind of tired of the book right now, and I'm working on a new one. So that's the poem I wrote. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
If we have time, we can read the whole book.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
That's fun, right? In a foreign language for like an hour. All right, let's do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
La voz es un dolor muy viejo un deslizamiento lento de plata y verde menta. El cielo es un pájaro en suspenso. Detrás de la montaña, fases de viento.
Ouachita is the finest place on earth. Spanish is a beautiful language. It's
Lots of syllables.
flowery.
See?
Next.
That is true.
Yeah?
I'm impressed with Google right now.
Yeah.
Soy tan fuerte estos días, todo alrededor imita mi alegría.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's
That's it. Yeah, thanks.
Hay floreros como caricias, hay lámparas que son amigas, las ventanas siempre cariñosas, alterando el orden de mis cosas.
Arkadelphia is so much like Puerto Rico. The culture is so rich.
I don't like this poem. It doesn't rhyme.
It's free, you know. It's just
It rhymes in my heart.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Me he acostumbrado a todos los milagros. Traduzco la ola que se cierra, la angustia del rocío, el desamparo de una piedra.
My Spanish classes brighten my day every day. That's so nice. Oh.
Regresan las visiones verticales, la vigilia ya no me despierta. Sueño que converso pétalos de luna.
I also love the Tonight Show at Ouachita and the wonderful host that host it. Oh, that's so, but she really does write poetry, and we'll send out. I don't know. I forgot to put it on the PowerPoint.
That's
her blog that she posts poetry to fairly often. So yeah, definitely go read that. Don't use Google's Translate. Learn Spanish and then go read her
Right.
poetry.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it really is. It's really good. So thank you so much for coming. Oh,
Thank
actually,
you.
can we do one more thing? Do you have any funny stories from like your Spanish class?
Oh, I was thinking about
Yeah.
that. I don't.
Okay, next guest.
Next guest.
Funny things happen all the time, but I just don't have like a particular story. Like I love when guys tell me that they're pregnant, but they just want to say that they are embarrassed because it's a similar word in Spanish and in English. I'm embarrassed, estoy embarazado, I'm pregnant, and then I keep asking them questions. How does it feel to be pregnant? But they don't get it. The other day, a guy told me that his dad was a car, and I asked him if his dad was a transformer, and he just didn't get it. So most of the times, the jokes are just for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Hey. Those are the best ones. So, well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being on the show tonight. We'd love
Thanks
it
for
if
having
you'd
me.
stay with us if you'd like to. So yeah, Margarita Pintado. All right. Well, our last guest tonight is a senior from Lubbock, Texas. He's a member of the OBU soccer team, and he's a speaker at Refuge. You all know him and love him. Please welcome Jared Carlin.
What's up?
Man, it's so great to have you on the show.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, there you are.
Hey.
It's a great picture. So, it's great to have you on the show. We're going to have you perform a little bit later, do a little bit of your spoken word stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, yeah, I think everybody here is excited. It's really good, so look forward to it. I think we just wanted to ask you, what are your plans after graduation, things like that?
Well, my dad's kicking me out of the house, and so I will have a job in Little Rock, and so that's just where I'll be kicked out to, and so that's trying to figure all that out, and so we'll, in the coming months,
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, so like Dr. Pintado, you write poetry, and
Are you
can
going to Google Translate my stuff back
No,
into
we're
Spanish?
not. Yeah, actually, like Portuguese, different language. But yeah, you write poetry, and you want to tell us a little bit about that? How long you've been doing it? Kind of your inspiration behind it, and that kind of stuff.
I've been writing since the 8th grade, and it's just always been a hobby of mine. nothing that I've ever really shared with anyone, but how she said, I kind of write out of necessity, and it's been something that I've really enjoyed doing, and just as a way that when I have too many thoughts to kind of put them on paper. So
Yeah.
that's been the journey, and like she said that, you read a lot of people and you try to make your poetry sound like other people, and just kind of playing with it's always just been a fun thing to do. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love it if you would kind of perform some of that spoken word tonight on the show. I think you have two.
Yeah, I got
that
two
you're
of
gonna
them.
do. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, y'all welcome Jared Carlin.
Can we go any further this way? Will that work? Yeah, we're good. How's everybody doing? Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. I've recited a poem to an audience of one. Anyway, that's, I think, a Bebo Norman song. I didn't really actually mean to make that analogy, but 90s joke. Anyway, I got two poems or spoken word. I say it's spoken word just so I can keep my man card and feel like a little masculine as I'm up here. But they got two. First one is I've always been fascinated by, as a writer or as someone who writes, writing fiction that feels real. So this one's a story. It's a love story. Didn't happen to me, but I hope it speaks to you as much as it kind of speaks to me whenever I read it and wherever I write it. You can title it whatever you want to. My title is A Broken Song. And so here's how it goes. Where she went isn't where I'm going. Remembering the moments we spent flowing through each other's minds, taking time to sing of the day's trivialities makes me miss her. But she was in love with the West Coast, and I in love with her, and we said it was a mutual concurrence. The distance would be the birth of deterrence, but I lie every time I repeat those words. See, we met when we were younger, and we shared the same hunger of red robins and running in the woods, days of escape to where the old willows stood, next to where the river ran. She said, you'll jump in and prove that you're a man. Nights filled with pebbles hitting window panes, and we drove her daddy's car before we knew that lines marked the lanes. Bright eyes with no sleep, living drunken dreams, hiding from sobriety, wishing sober days would never find me, but it was in those moments that we found each other. Lovers of the night and lovers of the dark, and we would harp on each other's breath, say, I'll be with you even through death, and she was the one who knew me best, but she left. See, we made love once in a drunken dream, there one night down by the stream, flinging our passions towards the sky, and she stuck her hair out of her daddy's car to let it dry, and that night, that car had wings, and our hearts had strings, and we sang the sweetest melodies that the stars had ever seen. But stars only burn bright for a few hours. Daylight turns thieves into cowards, takes dreams and runs them through showers. Once you sing a song, you can never have it back. Add too many colors and your words turn black. I took a trip down to the tree where we sat and you were no longer there. I couldn't bear to sit there alone, remembering the moans of passion. Know that I have lost half of my heart, and this is where it happened. I want to take the hands of time and drift in reverse. The sentiment of my soul is cursed. A fragmented mind I've tried to nurse, but each new day is the worst. Sometimes deserts destroy irrigation. Of all my dreams, you were the foundation, and I know you would never take vacation back to where I am, but I stand by a river that now is dry, underneath a willow that has lost its try, and so I took my hand and I traced it in the sand, hoping you'd come back and hold it, cross your fingers with mine and fold it. I wish our hearts were still connected with strings. I wish we could still talk about the simple things, but the willow has seen fall and spring, and you still live in the West and in my dreams, and I guess that's where you'll stay, because my dreams have frayed, and so now I dream out of tune, and so I don't dream about much, but I still dream about you, and I still leave the windows open so you can climb through. But I know that the West Coast burns bright, but know that you are all I think about at night. I know that bad actions break dreams, but this is me. Baby, this is me trying to mend things. So come home to my heart where you belong. Let's once again sing our song. Come home to where you were meant to be. Let it once again be just you and me. Thank you. The second one, is a little bit more autobiographical. I wrote it this over Christmas break on the back porch of my grandparents' house in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and it was raining when I wrote it. The title of it is Rain. I wasn't any more creative, but it was in the middle of me kind of asking a lot of questions in life and knowing that a lot of times that my answer should be that I should always put my trust in Jesus, but knowing that sometimes it's hard to make your heart go there. And so this was just kind of written out of some feelings that I had, knowing that I needed to trust Jesus in my good days and in my bad days. And this is more about bad days than anything else. So here's how this one goes. It's raining, hard enough to make puddles too large to walk through, but slow enough that I can still drive to school, and so life must go on. As breakfast turns into lunch and turns into dinner, as class turns into notes and turns into homework, as night turns into dawn and turns into another day. And greet the mailman when he comes. A smile is a pair of dirty pants, picks up your trash. Thank God you got an education, and pray that the rain stops. Or pray that it rains harder, because we either want to be happy about where we're going or we don't want to go at all. Ask the student in the hall who's always late to class. Ask the white collar in the stall who's always sitting on his ass, consistently saying he's got an upset stomach because he's already worn out the break room seats, now surfing dating sites for someone new to meet. He's tired of sleep because he did that last night. He's tired of dreams because he's already tried, and don't ask him about vulnerability. He's heard too many lies. So we make football our fantasy to pass the time, stuck living our ideals through the broken bodies of strangers, as if one more late night interaction will turn fractions into wholes, as if your feet won't get wet when you leave to walk home. Puddle here, puddle there, puddle everywhere you see. The tears you wear scream that you just want to be happy. Like your little sister in her Barbie house on Christmas Day, like a father and a son at the pool in May. Dad, watch the dive I learned today. But it's still raining. Raining hard enough to break your heart, but slow enough that the pieces are still there. And so life must go on, as breakfast turns into lunch and turns into dinner, as class turns into notes and turns into homework, as night turns into dawn and turns into another day. Greet the mailman when he comes. A smile is a pair of dirty pants, picks up your trash. Thank God you got an education, and pray that the pieces find their way home. But home is a hard place to find in the rain, especially when our hearts are never tame and we end up walking through puddles that are deeper than for what our boots are made. So all I know to do is pray. And because only Jesus knows the weather. Only Jesus calms the storms. Only He knows my heart, and only Jesus gives me hope when it rains. Thank you.
Wow, that's so good.
That's awesome.
Man.
We have some talented people here at Ouachita.
We do have some very talented people here at Ouachita. That's it for us. That's our show. So that's our last show of the year. We'll be back next August, and we'll pick up right where we left off.
Right.
So if you'd like to, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Tonight Show OBU. And we have a website, tonightshowobu.com. So get on there. You can make song requests for each show, things like that.
Right.
So we'd like to thank Dr. Margarita Pintado, Joel Rozier, and Jared Carlin, and the OBU Safety Band. Have a great night, Ouachita. Stay safe and study for finals.
We'll see you next semester.
See you next semester.